What's up, good people? Welcome to Taje Astrology. It's time for a little astrology gossip. Let's take a look at these celebrities' astrological placements to see what they're really like behind closed doors, and take a look at the energy that's around them. Yeah, we gonna be all up in their business, but keep in mind that all readings are for entertainment purposes only. So you ready? Let's go.
What's up, everyone? What's up? This is Taje Astrology. Salute, good people. It is time for another celebrity reading astrology gossip sessions. And today we are going to talk about no other than one of my favorite couples, DaBrat and Judy. All right, the beautifuls. Now, a few weeks ago, there were rumors that there was trouble in paradise and that they were divorcing. Of course, they came out and said that is not true and basically gave everybody the FU finger, right? And there was rumors within there that Judy was messing with a man, all right? Because despite what Umar Johnson thinks, there's no room for a man in a lesbian relationship. You feel me? You feel me? So I wanted to take a look at their birth charts to see, how compatible they were, as well as taking a quick look at the energy that will be coming in. All right, see what the beautifuls will be experiencing over this next year. So we're gonna check out this Aries and Aquarius couple. Y'all ready? All right, now we're gonna start with the Brad. Born Shantae Harris, Aries, April 14th, 1974. We know that Aries is a fire sign with they fiery asses. And so off top, what I know about this Aries is that she's fiery, has a hot temper, impatient. Now, when I say childish, I don't mean, well, okay. Aries were they're the babies of the zodiac, right? So that's what we mean when we say childish or childlike. They're the babies of the zodiac. And you know what babies? They like attention. They like to be pampered. They like to be the center of attention. They require a lot. So that's what we mean when we say childlike or childish. What we also know is that Aries can be impulsive. They can bore easily, right? And they have a lot of energy, right? Now, sometimes that energy kind of burns out quickly, but their start is full of energy, right? Now, excuse me. Now, with Aries, they may lose interest easily and quickly. So that's what I mean when I say it might fizzle out quickly. It gets started really fast and then kind of, they've been going long and strong. So that's a good thing, right? What we also know about Aries is that Aries folks, they love to fight or engage in conflict. Now, that's not a judgment call, but they're ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is a planet of war, so they can't help themselves. They're ready to pop off at any time, especially if they feel like they people or themselves are being challenged or is in trouble, right? And we do know that this particular Aries was sentenced to what, 3 years in jail and pleaded guilty to a felony aggravated assault in '07, I believe it was, for hitting a hostess in the head with a rum bottle. Very typical Aries, you feel me? All right, so take a look at Miss Jessica Dupree, aka Judy, born in Aquarius, February 12th in 1982. Aquarius is an air sign, right? So off top, what I know about her is that she is intelligent, very mature, all right, kind of have that parental authority figure because they're ruled by Saturn, all right. Um, Aquarius tend to be very innovative, tend to make their own way. Now, typically, they care less about what others think, while at the same time, they care. I know it's kind of weird, it's kind of strange, as most Aquarius have been known to be. Weird, strange, different, and not necessarily in a bad way, but just that they approach things in ways that the regular person wouldn't even dream. She may do, say, or act on things that others may not understand. And that's how they kind of fall in that category of weird. But it's not necessarily in a bad way. She definitely cares about the people that's around her. She is a humanitarian, right? But with that air sign energy, she may seem detached, even though she really does care. She cares and she shows her emotions from the head, right? Not emotions from the heart, right? She may feel like she's always right, which she typically probably is because she's thought it out, right? And it makes logical sense. Now, when I do couples interpretations, I have my own formula and I lay out a chart based on my own particular layout. Now, what I see, first thing that I saw with this particular couples, I like to see what planets do the other ones share of the other, right? And what I see with this couple is that the Brat has Juno, which is the star of relationships and partnerships in her sign of Aquarius. And that is the only Aquarius energy that she has in her chart. Also, Judy doesn't have any Aries in her chart, right? Now, what that tells me is that the Brat may be a little bit more into Judy, slightly more that Judy is into the Brat. Now, I'm not saying that Judy doesn't love the Brat. I believe that she loves her very, very much. It's just what it's saying to me is that with this particular dynamic, it may weigh a little heavier on the Brat side than on Judy's side. Now, if you go back and you take a listen to my reading about Remy Ma and Papoose, I can't remember the exact configuration, but I said that Papoose is into Remy way more than what Remy was into Pat. And y'all see that I was right. Now, I'm not saying that the Brad and the Judy are going to break up, at least not at this point of the reading. But what I am saying is there is a slight imbalance, right? And that's typical for most relationships. Usually, that there is someone that loves someone a little bit more than the other. That's not saying that the love doesn't exist, it's just slightly imbalanced. And most people say they won't get into a relationship unless that person loves them a little bit more than what they love that person, right? Now, in the Brat's and Judy's situation, it could be that Aries is full of passion and energy, where Aquarius, they're more cerebral and doesn't attach themselves in an emotional way the way that an Aries would. Now, I do believe that if the Brat and Judy were to break up, Judy would be able to move on a little bit quicker and easier than the Brat, right? Because again, with Aquarius, things have to make sense, and if it does, it does. And if they've come to the conclusion that they no longer want to be with each other, it's going to be logical for the Aquarius, Judy, and it's going to be a little bit more emotional and probably a little bit more dramatic for the Brat. Now, with Brad's sun in Aries and Judy's Aquarius sun, we can look at their dynamic and know who kind of runs the house. Now, I'm not saying that in a negative way, but typically there is someone who is a little bit more passive, there's someone who's a little bit more aggressive. Otherwise, you have people who bump heads. Now, I do believe that when Brad wants the final word, she gets the final word, right? Now, they may go like toe to toe, and I believe that Judy's Libra Mars is going to give Brad Gemini Mars, right? She's going to give in to her. Plus, her Aries Mercury is going to talk Judy's Aries Mercury ears off, right? Brad's Gemini Mars, that's energy, so she's going to be able to talk, 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 and I think that's going to talk Judy's Aries Mercury ears off, right? Mind you, Mercury is a planet of communication. Now, I see that Judy's Libra moon, sign of relationships and emotions, Judy wants to enjoy and enjoys being in a relationship And I believe that the Brat's Capricorn moon is very protective of Judy, especially her emotional well being and her feelings. Now, what I love about their chart is that I believe that Judy's Aquarius sun provides a sense of security and guidance to the Brad's Aries sun. Judy's sun is going to be more of a parental, where Aries sun is going to be more useful in actions. And you can kind of see that when Judy or when the Brat was pregnant, right? Mind you, it was the Brat's first pregnancy, so she didn't really know what was going on, but Judy kept that clear head, that grounded, that focus within that dynamic. Now, with this placement, I believe that they balance each other out and they are exactly what each other needs, right? Um, Judy is kind of like the parental authority and the Brat's the kid, and that's that balance, right? And I say this respectfully. Please don't take this in any way negative, right? Because again, if you have two strict headstrong people in this capacity, they will typically bump heads. Now, Brad's Capricorn moon, I believe, complements Judy's Capricorn Venus. Venus is typically not very emotional, although you can see and feel the love between them. Capricorns show their love by offering security, like a safe place to live, bills paid, etc. And I think that with Judy's Capricorn Venus, she loves showing and showering the bride with gifts. That's how she shows her love for her. That's how she expresses her love for her. And that Aries son loves it, right? What little kid doesn't love being showered with gifts? But I believe that the Brat is her protection. You're not going to mess with Judy if Brad is around or has anything to do with it. I think that Judy's Libra moon, all right, which wants relationships, balance, and love. I think it aligns well with Brad's Pisces Venus, which is googly eyed, looking at love through rose colored glasses, right? I think Brad loves Judy's maturity that is very attractive to her. And she's able to kind of go into a dream world, dream state with Judy. And Judy is going to keep her above water. Now, with them both having Neptune and Sagittarius, right, I believe that they enjoy each other's dreams and fantasies and sometimes delusions, right? But they can share each other's dreams and they are limitless in their thoughts. And I think that is a really good placement to have. Now, with both of them having Pluto and Libra, they have the ability to balance each other out and can hold each other accountable, right? They can help each other transform into greatness, right? Or not. They really don't like to, with that Pluto, Libra Pluto, they really don't like to be confrontational with each other, right? Because Libras, they don't like confrontation. They will shy away. So I don't see where they like to fight. However, I do believe with both of them having Algor in Taurus, which is very stubborn, I do believe that when they go there. That they're both stubborn and determined to stand their ground. However, I do believe that they're able to make back up and to fall back into their respective places within a relationship because they don't want to see each other as the enemy, and they don't. They enjoy the partnership that they have. Now, I do believe that Rat's Gemini Mars can get on Judy's Libra Mars nerves, right? With her mood swings as well as Judy's Libra Mars probably gets on Brat's Gemini nerves because she may not be able to make up her mind or make a decision in a timely fashion. Because remember, Mars, they don't want to hurt people's feelings. They really don't. Now, let's take a look at the incoming energies for the beautifuls. Now, Brad's year ahead. I think that her year is going to be focusing on self with that sun 24 degrees Aries, right? I also think that she will be focused, there will be a focus on the relationships with Venus in that same house. Chiron is there, and it will require some healing to take place. Could be regarding relationships, could be regarding money. I don't know. We'll have to see how that transforms over time. Now, with that north node there, she will be focusing on the future and maybe starting some new projects. Now, Judy's year ahead, her year ahead will be focused on her public image, potentially rebranding herself. There is transformation in how she will be seen in the public and how she relates to her audience, maybe her communication style, something along those lines. But I do believe that she has some new things coming up this year. Now, what stuck out to me that they both have for this upcoming year is that Chiron is in both of their self houses, right? And it's opposing the South Node, which is in Libra. Libra, it tells me that that is something that's going to be going on in your relationships, right? And something is going to happen that is going to need to be healed or is going to call upon healing. Juno is also transiting that house, right? So it definitely will be something that will be affecting their relationship. Okay. Mercury is transiting the same house, the house of Libra, right? So it could be something that someone said, could be hurt feelings, could be outside gossip. I'll have to take a deeper look to find out exactly what is there. But Lilith is also there. So there's going to be some type of rebellion, and Lilith also represents like sexual freedom or conflict in that regard, right? With that south note there, it's something that is from the past and something that they need to let go of so that true healing can begin. Now, with Mars close to Judy's Venus in her year ahead, I do see some male interference. However, I believe that it's going to involve both Judy and DaBrat, right? Now, I do see that some energy is coming like unexpected, is going to like come out of nowhere, right? And it looks like it could be someone that Judy works with. It's a possibility, right? But I do also believe that this is someone that DaBrat knows, this male energy that is coming in. Now, could it be gossip? Could it be, some inappropriateness? We'll just have to take a look and see a little bit later. Have to go deeper into their chart. Now, earlier on, like I said, and they addressed it, that there were rumors about Judy messing with a man. I thought that that was very interesting, especially with the placements of their upcoming year. Now, to be fair, with Judy being an Aquarius, to me, that is a typical sign of bisexuality because they love who they love and they don't really care about the gender, right? And she also have Mars in her house of relationships. This is in her upcoming year, not natally. So we do know that, Judy did have previous relationships with men. She have children, all of that. So that could be that, you know, energy that I'm seeing. I don't know. Now, we also know that the brat being in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of sex, and men, and in her birth house, Mars is in her sign of Gemini, which is the twins, right? To me, that is an indication of bisexuality. And we know that the brat used to date men as well. So that could be that. I don't know. But both charts show that they used to date men. There's no surprise there. So we're not really certain. Could play out in one of many ways, but I do know there in this upcoming year, If not happening now, there will be some type of male interference, right? But DaBrat and Judy, they are one of my favorite couples, right? And I definitely, definitely wish them the absolute best. The advice that I have for them, just kind of taking a look at their charts, is to keep clear communication with each other. They have a relationship that a lot of people dream of, right? And keeping that clear communication, I think that is, you know, the only way. Even if they think that it may hurt the other one's feelings, just knowing that information, knowing how the other one feel, again, keeping clear communication, being open and honest, that would be the only way that they would be able to get past whatever energy is coming in their way, right? I do believe that this is definitely going to be a very interesting year for the beautifuls, and I am definitely here for it. All right, all right. So that is all that I have for today for the beautifuls. All right. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment on what you think about this reading, about the beautifuls, and just everything that's been going on with them. Right? And I will see you in the next video. Until then, salute, salute.